everyone. Happy holidays and welcome to our ESPN FC Christmas Spectacular. Look how festive we are. I'm Alexis Nunes and I had to gather the most festive panelists I could. So I had to settle for Stevie Nicol, who's got haggis on his jumper.
We had
to coax Stevie into his jumper. Also, it's a bit tight for you this year, isn't it, Stevie?
Oh, God. No, just keep throwing it.
And Shaka forgot to charge.
My Christmas lights are dead, y'all. Christmas lights are dead.
You're full of festive spirit, you, ain't you?
Festive spirit, only because you were bullying me about my jumper earlier on. Well, for some more festivities, we got two more festive people. We've got Julien who is joining us with his PSG Santa hat. We love to see it. And our resident Santa Claus, who we thought was in the North Pole, which is basically Norway. But Fjørtoft is joining us as well in just a T-shirt, Jan.
No, it's not just a T-shirt.
It's a jumper.
I mean, it's a jumper. Look at all the Christmas. You know, you see Hugh Grant, see Lowe. I mean, I see the guys coming into Christmas. They have a white one on. So, yeah. I'm in there festive. Yeah, I'm in England. I'm in Windsor. King Charles is not there, but Camilla is here, so that's okay.
You know what, Jan? You are all the royalty we need there, indeed.
If you say so, Jan.
If you say so, Jan.
You say so.
I think Jan looks very classy. He's like a classy Santa Claus. We love that. Modern-day Santa Claus.
Always got something nice to say about somebody.
All right. Oh, Stevie, don't worry. I'll make it up to you. I'm going to make it up to you so much, Stevie, that the story of the year, we're going to be looking back at all of the biggest football moments of the year, and we are starting with the story of the year, which has been Liverpool. Stevie and Hislop followed in Jurgen's footsteps by leading the Reds to an historic 20th Premier League title. Back in April, they also extended the contracts of two club legends, Virgil van Dijk and the Egyptian king that is Mohamed Salah. But they also had to say goodbye to one of their own, hometown boy, Trent Alexander-Arnold, signed for Real Madrid. And that did not go over well with supporters. Then unimaginable tragedy struck in July as Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva were killed in a car accident while on vacation. Plus, Liverpool were able to splash some cash. Just look at the big name signings that they were able to get, including the saga that was prying Alexander Isak away from Newcastle, and those signings prompted many of us to expect Liverpool to repeat as champions, but they found themselves in a rut from September to November, losing 9 out of 12 matches in all competitions. And then Mo Salah, who usually doesn't speak out, gave a bombshell interview accusing the club of throwing him under the bus. Wowzers, he was eventually dropped for a fixture, and we are questioning if it's the last time we've seen Salah in a Liverpool shirt. Then more bad news. Alexander Isak got a broken leg after scoring the winner against Tottenham, and he will now be out for a couple of months. So it's been quite the roller coaster year for the Reds. So Stevie, you know I am going there. I don't think you expected this type of a roller coaster.
If somebody had said in the off-season that all of those things were going to happen, you would have said they were bonkers. You would have thought somebody was writing a script for an awful movie. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just incredible. The things that have gone wrong is just... And it's impossible to try and figure out. You know, you can't... You know, you look at the signings, for example. You can't look at those signings and say, what were they thinking about? Why would you sign that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, you just wouldn't. Most teams on the planet, if they could, would have signed the majority of those players. There's no question. And so the fact that Liverpool almost fell off a cliff, but are struggling big time, it just... You couldn't have predicted it. Nobody could have predicted it. And in fact, most of us were talking about how Liverpool had already won the Premier League before a ball was kicked.
Mm-hmm. We absolutely were saying that, looking at all of the signings. I mean, Jan, I think we were definitely saying that when you look at exactly what Hugo Ekitike as well as Wirtz were able to do in the Bundesliga, and then you just compare it to, well, I suppose we could take Ekitike out of that because he has been scoring a lot, but you look at Wirtz and how he has just been in the headlines for Liverpool, but just not in the right way.
Well, I think you used the right word. It's a roller coaster. We have to not forget that when Liverpool won the Premier League last season, we can all be wise now and say, they won it and they were favourite to win this again. Remember, this Slot came there as an inexperienced manager and he still managed to win. I mean, most people had Liverpool in 4th or 5th position in that year. As for the new signings, Ekitike now shows how valuable he is, and it's the paradox now when Isak maybe is out till March, but he can play again. I mean, that is unbelievable good business to have 2 strikers in the same position. As for Florian Wirtz, I'm 100% convinced that he will turn into one of the best signings. I've said it for many months now. I will still stick to it. I think Florian Wirtz is a brilliant signing. And yes, I get Stevie's point that it's unbelievable all the players they sign, but I am absolutely sure in the long term that will be very good business for Liverpool Football Club.
Jules, as a neutral and a journalist, of course, Liverpool, I'm sure, have kept you busy from winning an historic Premier League title to then the summer of big transfers to then exactly what is going on now.
Yeah, incredible 12 months, really, when you think about it, from January to now, to December, on the field, off the field, all those things that they had to manage, the ones that they could control, like the transfer window, the spending, the ones that obviously they unfortunately could not control, like Diogo Jota, and everything, even some of the little things that they had to go through, the bigger things obviously mattered the most, but everything just had an impact. And sometimes, and we probably won't know exactly how much of an impact Diogo Jota's passing has had, or the Mo Salah outburst had, or some of those new signings and the lack of adaptation, or not as quick as we thought it could be. All of that, at some point, you has just an impact on your form on the pitch, on your form off the pitch as well, and all of that you have to manage. And the big difference for Slot, really, from one season to another, is the first season was so perfect almost that there was almost no issue to sort out, whereas now he's had so many things that he was dragged into to sort out, to find solutions, to find a way. And that, for him as well, is very different to his first 6 months at the club, for example.
Shaka, how would you sum up Liverpool's year?
I tell you what, it certainly was incredible. And as much as we've been here and covered all those incidents real time, seeing them laid out in the manner that they did, right after the other, it just seemed...
Like
it seemed like so much. It really did, to Stevie's point, like a really poorly written movie. And so you also, what we missed in that rollout is Liverpool's start to the season. Well, I think they went, what, 7 without losing, or winning 100%, winning all 7 without playing well. And the question then was, well, imagine when Liverpool do start to play well, how good this team actually will be. But it's turned into anything but. And when you see all the incidents, some of them of their own making that they've managed, others that you just cannot dictate for, you almost want to feel sorry for the position that they're in. But you're a big football club and kind of getting away from some of the emotion of some of those circumstances. They're a big football club who've spent a lot of money and just, well, as of right now, maybe the signing of Wirtz, etc. comes good, but right now it just isn't working. We're talking about the reigning English champions, and 4 months into the season, Hugo Ekitike, Szoboszlai are the only 2 bright notes in an otherwise incredible dressing room. That speaks volumes as to how far Liverpool have fallen in a very short space of time.
I did, if I may say, Alexis, I did Liverpool at Chelsea, and I think that was the first time I really understood the impact Jota's passing. Jules were talking a bit about it. We don't know how much that impact was. I interviewed Virgil van Dijk. When you do the interviews at Chelsea, you were very, very close to each other in these small corridors. And he was nearly in tears. And I saw that he had to hold back, because that impact every day to go in to see that your best friend is not there. I'm not saying every problem at Liverpool has been a consequence of that, but I think that when we will do the story of the 25-26 season, I think that we will see in the future a lot of people talking about that from the Liverpool camp, that had a terrible impact of the season. Remember when they won those first games, they were lucky. Remember Bournemouth came back 2-2, they still won the game, but still that kind of postponed any kind of emotions that needed to be done after a very short pre-season. So I think that should not be underestimated when you see the bit roller coaster season of Liverpool.
Yeah, definitely. That's something that will continue to weigh very heavy on everybody at Liverpool. But Stevie, before we move on, if you were to write to Old Saint Nick for one big wish for Liverpool for the new year, what would be at the top of your list?
Man United get relegated.
Oh, stop, Stevie. I said four. I said four Liverpool. I said four Liverpool.
If you don't want the answer, don't ask the question.
I said four Liverpool.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Sorry.
Same answer.
So, first of all, Man United to get relegated. I think that would cheer everybody at Liverpool up, quite frankly. I mean, that really would make it be a great Christmas present.
I'm sure it would.
Just to start things, just to get the ball rolling.
But it doesn't fix things in your dressing room.
Do you know, the only thing that I want to see is a Liverpool side playing as a unit and playing good football. And if they do that, then they will eventually start winning things again. Because they've got talent. They've got talent everywhere. I mean, as much as we're talking about the back line doing this and making mistakes, they're all talented players. So if they can get the cohesion going, it's the only thing I'm looking for. I'm not being greedy. I'm not looking for 4 things. 2 will do. You know, the first one and the second one is just to be able to watch them playing good football. And after that, fans will accept not winning every game. But when you sit and watch good football and you watch your team playing well, then you will take the fact that sometimes it doesn't work out over sitting on the edge of your seat every single time they step on the field and panicking every time the opposition, regardless of who it is anywhere near the box. That's all I'm wanting.
All right, well, I hope you at least get one of those 2 things.
Which one?
Oh, stop it. I actually hope you don't get any of those things, to be honest. I actually don't want you to get any of those.
Which one?
Either's a lose-lose for me.
Yeah.
I hope you lose both.